What's up, Magic fans? I'm OrlandoMagic.com's Dan Savage, and we're here live with you in Chicago as the Orlando Magic get set to take on the Chicago Bulls. The Magic wrapped up 2025 with a victory. They'd like to start off 2026 in similar fashion, and we're going to look at all the keys for what it's going to take to make that happen tonight. As a reminder, tonight's games not only on FanDuel Sports Network, where Dante Marchitelli, Jeff Turner, Kendra Douglas will all have the call, but it's also simulcast on WESH 2 locally. So more opportunity for you to catch Magic basketball regardless of what TV, streaming package, etc. that you have. We're getting a live look in at Paolo Banchero going through his pregame shooting routine. P5 was instrumental in the Magic's 112-110 victory over the Pacers. Most importantly, because he hit the game-winning shot with just around 7 seconds to go. P5 attacked the rack, finished through contact, and gave the Magic a 2-point lead, which they would never relinquish. And so hoping that P5 could have another big game like that tonight. As always, Magic fans, this show is Courtside Countdown presented by Hard Rock Bet, and we rely on your questions to keep this thing going. That's why I'm here. So fire them away, whether it be on Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, etc. We're happy to have you. And let's start off with our old friend Will Dawson. He's excited to join and discuss this matchup with all of you and me. And shout out, Will. Happy New Year, buddy. J Curve, shout out to Prime for driving 6 hours to see the Magic tonight. Wow, gonna have one of the infamous people of this chat and many others, Magic group chat, etc., in the building tonight. But taking a quick look at Paolo, what a night against the Pacers. 29 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, got close to 60% from the field, which is amazing when you consider what kind of attention he was getting from Indiana's defense throughout the night, and having Pascal Siakam on him, who is a difficult cover. P5 rose to the occasion, most importantly, when it mattered most, getting the Magic and breaking that 110 tie in the final seconds, going to the hoop, finishing through contact, and giving the Magic the victory. Yeah, J Curve, that's true Magic fan dedication. Absolutely. Love seeing members of the chat in the building. Hopefully get to see Brian tonight. Buck Nation, that game-winning shot is exactly how Paolo needs to approach the game-winning shot. Drive to the rim instead of a three-pointer. I think every situation is different, but I'm with you. If the opportunity is there for P5 to get downhill and drive to the basket, I'm all for it because he is such a load. He's either score or draw a foul, and either way, the Magic are going to benefit from that opportunity. Brian, I've been here for an hour, and I swear Eric Dez has not missed a shot. Yes, we try to give you a sneak peek as to what these guys are doing in their pregame routine with this chat, and giving you an idea of how guys go through the routine. But when you see it in person, absolutely unbelievable with what Dez Bain is able to do. He is a monster, and when you consider that he is knocking all these shots down while having battled through back spasms in a big game against Indiana, extra amazing. He is a special player, and the Magic are lucky to have him in an Orlando uniform. Jay Perez, is that Perk? No, that is God Sham God. Put some respect on God Sham God's name. That guy, New York legend, patented the move, the Sham God. So yeah, that's who P5's working with. Sham God, new assistant coach to the Magic this season, has done tremendous work with all the guys in terms of their finishing at the rim. Most notably, Anthony Black, who's worked extensively with Sham, Jeremiah Boswell, head coach Jamal Mosley, and really accelerated his game in that category. Sham God's jacket was tough. Yes, I saw the IG post. That definitely was tough. For those of you who are not familiar with that, pull up God Sham God's Instagram. You'll see the jacket he's talking about. Custom Magic one. Looks quite sick. Taking a look at some of the other questions, Godzilla, are Franz and Mo able to play in Berlin? It's only 3 days left. Well, there's a lot more time than 3 days, because the Magic will go home, play the Indiana Pacers once again on the Kia Center floor. Then they'll go on a road trip They'll take on the Washington Wizards as well as the Brooklyn Nets. So they'll have more than 3 days. The game numbers are tracking down, but we'll get a better sense of where Franz and Mo are in their rehab process when the team gets back to the Advent Health Training Center, goes through all the routines there, and get a full assessment to see where they are in their respective rehabs. Do you think AB has a chance for Sixth Man of the Year this year? Seems to be wide open. Hey, I don't know what kind of awards he's going to be in for. You could make a case for Sixth Man of the Year for AB. You could make a case for Most Improved Player. And where I'd really like to see him, I've said this on the show several times, is on the all-defensive team. Because when he is causing havoc defensively, good things happen offensively for the Magic. Head coach Jamal Mosley spoke pregame about the importance of having the defense fuel the offense, especially tonight against the Chicago Bulls. But that's always kind of a Magic staple. And I feel AB personifies that when he is going defensively, ripping the basketball away. We saw that in that Denver game where he ripped it from Jokic, went the other way. That helped decide the game. I think those type of opportunities really, stand for what Magic basketball is all about. And when he's playing that way, good things happen. So I really hope all defensive team for AB, in addition to maybe Most Improved Player. J Curve obviously just got a good look at the jacket that we were talking about for Sham God, staying smooth. Nice shoes, Paolo. Love the blue. Yeah, when P5's rocking those all blues, I just think it matches great with the uniform. It has a real good look to it. Mommy7245, is J.I. able to play tonight? Yes, he is. We'll get more into that in a second. First, we're going to take a look at the numbers of tonight's matchup. The Bulls putting up a whopping 118.8 points per game, shooting over 47% from the field, grabbing close to 45 rebounds per outing, and getting 16.5 points off turnovers along with 14 second chance points. The big stat, though, with the Chicago Bulls, where it all starts is their pace. Second in the NBA in pace, regardless of who's in and out of their lineup. They're running up and down the court. I spoke with Wendell Carter Jr. before the game. And one thing Dell was saying, he played for Billy Donovan for a couple months back when he was in Chicago before the Magic traded for him. And the one thing Billy preached to them was get the ball across half court before 20 seconds on the shot clock, and then get the best first shot available to you. And so that's the way his Bulls teams are constructed, and that's the way he goes about his business. So regardless of the fact that Josh Giddey's not in the lineup for Chicago tonight, that Kobe's White is out of the lineup tonight, and they'll be relying on Trey Jones and some of the other members of that backcourt to push the basketball, they're going to get up good shots, and they're going to get them up quick. So it's up to the Magic's defense to be solid in transition, get back, get stops, and then really have that fuel the offense. Getting back to J.I., yeah, he went through shoot-around this morning and now is cleared to play. I thought he looked good in the shoot-around session, and so hopefully those 2 games off help soothe what ailed him with a sore left knee. But I expect J.I. to be back to his normal self, causing disruption defensively tonight. I wonder if blue is Paolo's favorite color. That's a good question. Don't know his favorite color. Likes to don a lot of blue, purple for his Washington roots. We saw that with his draft suit. So I think he's got a few of those, but I think the purple is a little bit more of homage to his mother. Dan, will you travel with Europe with the team? Still to be determined. I'm definitely sending from the OrlandoMagic.com perspective. Josh Cohen will be there, as well as a number of people from social video teams. So I'm trying to use that time to catch up with a little family time and then just work the games from back in Orlando. We'll need people there, but we'll see. You never know what I end up being tasked with as well. So regardless, we'll have Courtside countdown for you and keep you up to date with all the Orlando Magic information. Kane on the bench, not sure exactly what you're going with there, but Kane has had an immense impact for the Orlando Magic over the course of the last couple of games. He's really been disruptive defensively, and I think, as you see with who Magic head coach Jamal Mosley trusts in his rotation, it's guys that he can trust defensively. Jamal Kane, one of those guys. Taking a look at the numbers for Nikola Vucevic this season, averaging 16 points per game, close to 9 rebounds, 3.5 assists, shooting nearly 50% from the field. I talked to Wendell Carter Jr. about what it's like going up against Big Vooch. He said, in his opinion, Vooch is one of the most solid players that he goes against in the NBA on a regular basis because he just does his job for whatever team he's playing for, does exactly what the game plan is called for him, doesn't try to play without himself, doesn't try to go for stats. He's just really trying to execute the game plan. And he said it's an honor to take the floor with a guy like Vooch and lace him up. And he's looking forward to and excited about that opportunity tonight. I thought that's special because you never know what kind of reaction guys who are traded for one another essentially are going to have towards one another. But with Vooch and Dell, it's all love on both ends. They really respect each other's games. And, Vooch has been a solid player for the Bulls for many years. And before that, an all-star for the Orlando Magic. So love to see Vooch doing well. Just hope he doesn't have one of those good Vooch games tonight. Taking a look at some of your questions and keep them coming on TikTok, on YouTube, etc. Key matchups for tonight's game, courtesy of Rodney. Rodney, I think the key matchup for tonight's game is going to come down to those two centers between Dell and Vooch because both of those guys are going to be in charge of closing out possessions for their respective teams. Both these teams like to get out and run. Chicago runs regardless, make or miss, they're going to run. The Magic, on the other hand, run when they get stops. So if you can get blocks, if you can get rebounds, the Magic can really run out and change the game like they did in their last meeting with Chicago where they won 125 to 120. Not only did they have forced 19 turnovers for close to 27 points, but in that outing, they also had about 9 block shots, which also led to transition opportunities. Taking again a look at the numbers, Dell averaging over 12 points per game, close to 8 rebounds, 2 assists, almost a block per, and getting 5.2 points in the paint. Wendell Carter Jr., you can't really look at the stat sheet with him. He does so much more than that. He really is the linchpin for the Magic's defense because his versatility and ability to switch on the perimeter and get out and show and do all the little things in Jamal Mosley's defensive scheme really has allowed this team to be at the top of the league defensively for the last couple of years. And I think Dell's having one of his best seasons yet, has improved from shooting the 3 ball from outside. So love what I'm seeing from Wendell Carter Jr. this season. Hopefully he keeps it up. And Wendell always plays with a little extra chip on his shoulder when he comes back to Chicago. He had a little smirk on his face as we came over and talked to him during shoot around because he knows what it's all about. And, Dell, he'll admit himself the extra chip on his shoulder when it comes to playing the Chicago team. And you look at the numbers for Dell, as we already said, shooting over 52% from the field. That's a heck of performance for Wendell Carter Jr. this season. We're taking a look at Tyus Jones warm up as well. And, him going up against Trey Jones, that's always a little extra incentive there. Those two guys know each other as well as you could. And, Trey Jones is getting some extra burn now with Josh Giddey and Kobe White out of the lineup. And so we're really seeing him start to elevate his game as well. But Tyus, I think, continues to look more and more comfortable for this Orlando Magic team. One thing we know about him is he does not turn the ball over, really gets the team in the offense. And I think in some of these close matchups, his ability to take care of the basketball has been undervalued, perhaps because you can't be giving away possessions. And we saw in that Indiana game, as other guards are coming back into the rotation, he's perhaps playing a little bit less. The turnover numbers rise, and that's exactly what kept Indiana in that ball game. Something special about this season, let's make a deep playoff run. I agree on Likely Jellyfish. I think that this has all the makings of a special season for the Orlando Magic. And I think where it's really going to show is once all the guys come back from injury, because I think they've been tested by that early. It's given the other guys opportunities to play, to rise up. And when they come out on the other side of it, I think it's going to lead to special things. Not immediately, but hopefully by the time we're talking about playing in late March, April, and May. Taking a look at mommy, Tristan needs to wake up. Not the same since the shoulder injury. I don't think it's a matter of focus. I think more it's a matter of just getting back into that rhythm that he tried to play through that shoulder pain and hoped it would just improve on its own. And you have to give a guy credit for that. He fought through. Some other guys might have shut it down earlier. Now he just needs to regain that rhythm because he wasn't putting any strain on it. As he went through rehab. So it's just a matter of regaining that kind of rhythm and flow in the midst of a season for Tristan da Silva. Vooch was the all-star for the Magic, and his trade was key to formation of the current team. Couldn't agree more with you on both points. Vooch, ultimate professional, and Magic even benefited in the trade as well because that led to Jalen Suggs, Franz Wagner combination in that draft. It allowed you to take both of them, and then you end up with other players afterwards, along with Wendell Carter Jr. So that was a big deal for Orlando Magic history. A tough defense and offense come on Orlando Magic lock in. Both teams have a good history. Hey, all these matchups, whether it be back just a short while ago when Zach LaVine was playing for the Bulls, or even before that, these games always come down to, it seems like, a last-second shot. We had Paolo's had a last-second big bucket against the Bulls for a Magic win. We've had Franz Wagner do it. So there's a history where these games come down to the wire in Chicago. Jalen Suggs pointed that out himself when I talked to him during shoot-around. Suggs said that it's going to be a good show when the Magic are in Chicago. So tune in at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern to catch it. I like to think that he was saying 7 p.m. Eastern to make sure he caught Courtside Countdown. I'm getting a comment from Aditi here about some rumors about me and stuff. Taking Michael Jordan's jersey. You never know. I was a youngster back then, so it's perhaps I could have fit through one of the stadium ducts to pull that off. But no, there's a great cartoon on the Magic's YouTube diving in on how that happened and one of the mysteries of Michael Jordan's jersey going missing. So I tell you to catch that out. Is Mo playing tonight? No, it's still too early for Mo, but we are seeing him warm up on the court. Mo Wagner looks good. He's taking that patented three-pointer from the top of the key right now, and it's just good to see him out there smiling, raising the crowd a little bit, teasing his teammates. He's going at it with some people on the sideline already, doing all the things and love about Mo Wagner. If that guy's out with a basketball in his hands, he's going to be talking smack to somebody. Taking a look at some of the comments on TikTok, seeing a lot of the stuff about play the song, Anthony Black for Sixth Man of the Year. Love to see it. He needs that kind of support. We have to create it in Central Florida, in Orlando, for it to carry over to people throughout the country. So that's the kind of chatter we need to see on all the social channels. Hit the NBA up, hit the media members up. They need to hear it because AD has certainly done the play to warrant it. Once a Magic fan, always been a Magic fan, been a Magic fan since Shaq was playing. Hear that so often. And this is a great tie-in when I hear this because there are a lot of fans overseas that became fans when the Magic went to play in London, when Shaq was there, when Penny was there, and they took this show on. I really believe in a couple of weeks when the Magic go to Berlin, go to London, they're going to create a new set of Magic fans. We already know the impact they've had on the German community with Franz Wagner, Mo Wagner, Tristan da Silva. Now that those people are going to get to see him play up close in an NBA game, I think that's going to convert a lot of them into Magic fans. Hopefully, they're all able to play. And at the same time, same token, we get a lot of Magic fans and a win in the process. Mo Wagner always brings a smile. Looking forward to our guys. In a while, let's go. Absolutely. Any injured players in our lineup? Just Mo Wagner, Franz Wagner, and Colin Castleton, two-way player with the fractured hand. You have guys dealing with little stuff. J.I. is dealing with a sore left knee, but he's going to be given a go. Desmond Bane dealt with back spasms. Jalen Suggs still working his way back from that hip contusion and Paolo Banchero, still coming up to full bore. We've seen it now as he recovers from that groin injury. But all those guys say they're feeling great and, improving their type of play. Buck, we basically got Germany on our team. Absolutely. And, hey, that's not bad. We've seen them win the FIBA World Cup gold. We've seen them, push for an Olympic spot. So add all those guys. I'm all for it. Play so well. Jay Curve, Dan, my kids are watching. Say hello to them. Shout out Jay and Jeremiah. Shout out to both of them. Love having Jay Curve on this chat. Brings it every night, just like we hope the Magic do. Buck Nation, can't wait for Mo to be back. So much fun watching him play. Yes, he's one of those guys that just brings the energy night in and night out. And when you talked about the dog days of the season, late January, early February, before the All-Star break, early March, before the games really start to count down the stretch of the season, you need guys like that bring it every practice, every game to elevate the baseline energy of the room. Him, Jalen Suggs, Desmond Bane, Franz Wagner, Paolo Banchero, they're all those type of guys that can elevate a room's energy. When you have them all together, you create frustrations for other teams. Let's get our championship this season. I love it. How nice would it be to have a parade down the main streets of Orlando? Parade on Church Street. I'm all for it. Again, keep the questions coming. Streakman, thanks, Stan, for all the pregame shows. Really enjoy all the stuff with the podcast. No, thank you guys. Appreciate all your support. These things couldn't take place without you guys participating, making all the comments. Right now, we're getting a look at Tyus Jones, too, out there playing with his kids. I got the opportunity to meet both his son and daughter yesterday in the team meal room. A lot of the families are out here. They brought in the new year with the Magic at the team hotel. The team was able to get over here from Indiana before the clock struck midnight after their game against the Pacers. So it was really special being in the team hotel, getting to meet a lot of the family members, seeing them all, sharing the moments. That's just a unique angle that you don't get to see every day. So Tyus Jones picking up kids and having them dunk on the basket right now. As a reminder, tonight's game is on FanDuel Sports Network. The pregame show begins at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. The action begins at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And as you know, if you don't have FanDuel Sports Network, which you should at least have the streaming package. Some great deals on FanDuelSportsNetwork.com. But aside from that, the game will also be simulcast on West 2. So locally, over the air, there's no excuse not to catch Magic basketball tonight. Kendra's the real KD. Absolutely couldn't agree more. I'll be happy to be back with her on Courtside Countdown next game when the Magic hosts the Indiana Pacers on Sunday. Excited for that matchup. You know the Pacers are going to be out for revenge after falling in such close fashion to your Orlando Magic. So we'll break that all down on the next Courtside Countdown on Sunday. Do we have an official Kapaya account? I don't. But I'm sure David Steele and JT and Dante keep track of that type of thing. So if you want, I can ask them and have that ready for the next Courtside Countdown. Or we can remember this, keep that in the chat. And when Jeff Turner makes this Turner's Turn, which has become a staple of Courtside Countdown presented by Hard Rock Bat at Kia Center, we'll ask it to him then. So keep that one stapled to the chat, pin it up, because we'll bring it up to JT then. So Magic fans, again, remember, as the Magic get ready for tonight's game against the Chicago Bulls, there's going to be no Josh Giddey in the lineup for Chicago. There's going to be no Kobe White for the Magic. They're going to be down Franz Wagner, Mo Wagner, Colin Castleton. So all those type of things will play a role, make it a little bit different from some of the prior matchups. But one thing we know is this Chicago team is going to try to play with pace, get up quick shots. So it's really up to the Magic's defense to be locked in from the start in the jump and really force the Bulls into some tough predicaments, use their defense to fuel their offense and come away with a victory. Once again, I'm Dan Savage. This has been Courtside Countdown presented by Hard Rock Bet. See you again on Sunday. In the meantime, enjoy the matchup and go Magic.